2, is the general manager a glorified servant? Let's go back to catching up with Diana again. What do you think? Is a GM a glorified servant?
I think it depends on each person. So yes, some no.
But we're going back to this question of what community does a general manager belong to? Where do they actually find people they can hang out with? A general manager, I don't think a general manager can hang out with regular expats because they're just, one, they're so much better than regular expats, right? I mean, you have a lot of expats that are not very serious here, right? They're not going to do really any real work. And a general manager it's a professional.
Yeah.
All right, it's a person who did not come to Bali because they wanted to relax or chase girls or use drugs or anything. They came to Bali because they were assigned here. It's almost like being a general manager is almost like being in the military, right? You have a mission. You're paid well. You're given benefits. You're treated like a serious person, right? But then the problem is, I think, you're a little bit too in a high category for low-level expats, but you also don't belong with long-term expats either because you're not going to be there forever, right? I mean, we don't have any GM friends because they all get reassigned and put to different places, right? So basically you're in a really weird position. You don't belong on the bottom and you don't belong with people who are, let's say, more longer term. So you're sort of like you're the only upper white collar employee in your entire region who's not an entrepreneur. You're the most highly paid manager in the region.
Maybe to the general manager, like when we feel.
I don't think they can speak very freely, right? Because I mean, if it's a good general manager, they are going to be restricted by what they can say because they represent brands, right? You can't be going on and saying, I'm the GM in Bulgaria and I hate my guests. What a bunch of assholes, you know? That's not okay, right? It was like, I need therapy from having to deal with all these fucked up people who come to my hotel and do all these degenerate shit and then yell at me and my staff. And then I don't even know my staff. They don't even belong to my ethnicity, nationality, or anything, religion. A bunch of weirdos I have to work with. God, I hate being a GM. If I could tell the truth, I would rather be a whore or something like that, you know? So, I mean, that's true. Remember Pancho? Pancho is retired now, one of our friends. He was a regional vice president. He said that being a GM is like being a whore. You have to make so many people happy and get fucked and smile while taking it.